Gutierrez. Yes, let's welcome Min Gutierrez. Woohoo! Okay, thank you, Min, for introducing me. Okay, hello guys, I'm Min. And I'm gonna be very happy to be the classy of today for you guys. And this is a little bit background of me so that you can feel it's related to Chivi. So I was LCV OCV of FTUX CMC. This is the LC in Vietnam. After that, I applied for LCP, but then I failed and I cried for 2 months. And then I applied to Malaysia for MC Director of Marketing for OCV. And then I worked parallelly as ESD OCV Vietnam. And after that, I feel super confident, like having background of products and marketing together to apply for MCVP OCV Vietnam. Yeah, and right now I'm in regional office as GVPIC. Also, I will be the MC 22-23 planning PIC as well. So I will have like 2 sections, like small QT sections in the GV keynote. After this, about planning support. Nice. So this is from me. And right now, let's welcome to GV keynote. Nice. So for the objective, right? I think you guys can check the operational data, reflect on where your entity is standing in terms of like club of volunteers, and also understand Itv roadmap and provide a feedback for Itv as well. I know that for AP, right, just some entities want to resume OGV soon or ITV soon. And right now, just some entities like running like Itv, but in the future, if you feel like in your entities having the potential to resume or open Itv, then it's feel free. This section will be for you. Nice. So let's go back to history. This is my time, you know, like 2 years ago. We're running like super competitive.
Mimicking your voice.
Really? Can you hear me?
Yes, now, okay.
Maybe on the internet. Okay, so.
I think it's microphone, yeah.
Okay, so I think it's better right now. And if you cannot hear me, just let me know. Cool, so let's go back to the history of 3 years comparisons. This is from 1920. As you can see, like the apply is super high, and we're also like having the accepted, approved, realized, finished, and complete also very high. But then after that, we are having a draft globally. It's because of the COVID-19. I think you guys also remember this one. Yeah, go through this. So for the timeline of operations, this is, as you can see, right, we have the peak of November, like we have peak here, November. Yeah, and then also February, March, January. Yeah, so we have 2 peak, right? And it's gonna be like same throughout the years of the timeline, as you can see here. So if you consider this year, maybe the peak will be the same. So you can plan for the peaks if you wanna like go for GV. Yeah, as you can see here. It's just like a little bit like slightly different in November, and then here's in March. And next one, it's here, a little bit different. Still, this peak is like November, but this peak is like moving to March, April. Cool, and this is the conversion rates from 3 years, like from the past 3 years. This is from apply to accepted. From apply to accepted, you can see the conversion rate in 2021 is dropping. Yeah, because in here we have like some difficulty for consulting the EP to move from apply to accepted, because it's very uncertain for their timeline to realize. Yeah, so that you can see like this is the conversion rate from 3 years. And same with accepted to approve. Accepted to approve, we have 3 years from the history, and the reasons for raising in 2021, I think because of like from accepted to approve, anyone who already passed through the uncertain and make the decision to go to accepted will surely go to approve, because before that we need to consult them and we need to like support them with all the documents like from safety, from all the guidelines and something like that. So the conversion rate will be higher. And also for those who work with the ITV, like from example, OTV to ITV, the ITV need to ensure the opportunities can provide the EP with the safest one as well for the conditions. Yeah. Next one, we have ITV Financial Data. So for me, I will be the PIC of TV, but PIC of Finance in our regional office will be Mary. So if you want to know more about finance, you can if you have any questions, you also can text Mary about this one. But some of the notice we have here for ITV is like the cross profits margins. The cross profit margins is lower than 70%. Yeah. So we see the peak in revenue growing in March, as you can see here. Yeah, and also we need to check for MC revenue, ITV, and LC revenues as well. Also comparing with the cost to see if it's effective. Yeah, as you can see, right? Cost and revenue. Cost and revenue. Cool. This is globally, so you can check for your entities. And in here, there is a very big amount of cost undefined, as you can see here. Like it's going to others. Yeah. So if we can we can categorize them into accommodation, marketing, quality case, but we have a lot of like the very huge number going to others. Yeah. So generally, right, in the research or in any kind of like categories, if we see other, it's just for minorities where it's not very big to count, then we put in others. But then in here, as you can see, right, for ITV Finance Data, a very big amount going to others. So we cannot really define where is it coming from. Yeah. So which means we spend the cost, we spend the money, but we don't know where we spend. Yeah, so this is how we need to investigate all the costs that we spend for MC and LC. Cool. And then we see the main costs come through accommodation, reflect on where, what are the reception strategies that we have and how sustainable ITV models is, which means that we spend a lot of money for accommodations. How we can balance and how we can plan on doing synergy from OTV, ITV, and finance is the thing we need to take forward for the discussion if we want to run TV. Cool. Yep. So this is the thing from MC. Yeah, from MC is 0 because like most of the accommodation cost is coming from LC for AP. Yeah, you can look into data of the data of AP. Cool. Next one. This is OTV Financial Data. Yep. Cool. So you can see revenues, right? At the same time, we have MC revenues and then MC costs as well, and then LC revenues and LC costs. So you can take a look into the comparison between revenues and costs of LC and MC. Yeah, especially in January, we have the negative revenues. That's significant increase in February. Cool. It's coming like up and down. And then next one. Yeah. So at that time, I remember when I did MCVP OTV in Vietnam, we have a lot of like AP request for refund and also LC also request for refund. So we need to take into consideration about the refundable, because some like the money that the EP submit to us, right, before they actually realize and fly to another countries, that is just the money we take that is not safe to use. So if you guys use the whole money, then it's very hard to, if they request to have the refund, then you guys already use that one. Yeah, so that is just the loan from the EP. We need to take into consideration that one. And also for the same for OGV, we have undefined costs. Yeah, we have others, significant amount of cost undefined. Yeah, and we should to investigate on this one as well if we run TV. And also the main cost come through marketing, focus on the synergies while planning to ensure that the money we put to marketing can bring the result back to us. Yeah, because for example, last time when we did MCV OGV in Vietnam, we have another one doing marketing. So I need to work very closely with this girl to report on the product data and also see how much money we put into marketing and how many apply that we receive through those, for example, advertisement. Nice. And then I will just quickly go through 2022 Global Volunteer for you guys. This is the direction from Global. So you also can give feedback before I see like other keynotes of the products. So in here, we have 3 focuses: GV resumption, GV roadmap, and global project. For GV resumptions, finalize the resumption process. And I think you guys, if you choose, like some entities already did the resumption, right? Deliver in January and March audits. For GV roadmap, with GV steering teams, develop the roadmap for GV for the upcoming years. And global projects will continue the global project implementation and further development. Cool. Nice. And this is what we have for what we have in mind for planning. So if you bring GV to the planning as a discussions, first we'll check about GV audits, check in which stage in your entities right now, have you resume it, have your predecessor resume it and transit to you. If not, then when you want to. Yeah. For example, if you don't want to resume GV in your terms, try to see which terms that you guys want to bring GV back or want to open GV so that you can bring forward for your successor next year. Then for LC structure, analyze what were the resources allocation for GV, how many members allocated in GV, and what are the structure you currently have. For example, if right now you try to resume GV after a long time, try to see if LC structure having one PIC of GV or not. Yeah. And then GV, number 3, GV model. Make sure you do a review for both IGV and OG financial model before planning. So you can see whether you should just focus on OGV or focus on IGV. For example, we have India, we have Sri Lanka, some entities that are trying to resume both. So you can see like the financial model to see which ones that you want to focus more or which one to bring you guys more revenues to survive. And then number 4, IR distributions. Evaluate the previous partnership and check the status of the audit they have, because we want to ensure that the other half of GV also make sure that they save and they are providing a good service for our EP as well. Yeah, so this is what we need to keep in mind when we're planning to bring GV to the planning. Cool, and this is just a little bit of GV audits update. We have already has 4 audit phases and 8 submission round. This is the final flash round going on. Deadline will be 20th of May, which means 3 days from now. Yeah, so you can click to this application form. And for entities who that will not be able to resume in June, the next chain will be in September. Yep. So this is how we have the GV audits happen globally. And this is the Eld Roadmap, the things that I just say to you that you can give the feedback before I see. Cool. So I'm not gonna present the whole things here, but you can check this slide and then see the visions and everything, every strategies that we have at the global direction for GV, and to see if whether you have any input from your entities and want to have any feedback, you can check this slide and also come to the link to give the feedback. Cool. Yeah, so we have 5 projects. So you can provide a feedback here until, oh, it's just not before I see, but 26th of May. Yeah. Which means 9 days from now. Cool. Yep, and that's it for GV. So if you have any questions or if you want to have any like inputs, you can give the feedback here, or you can approach me to ask for more information. Nice. Yeah, so that's it for GV keynotes. And right now we can come to directly to planning supports. Yeah, because this is a little bit related to all the sections that we already provide as well. And it's also when I have like you will take forwards the coach from now to the next 6 months. Yeah, cool. So we have the coach allocation for you if you already received this one from your predecessor. Cool. But before allocating the coach to you, I think I would just present the entire planning estimated planning dates from all the entities. So far I don't receive the timeline from Taiwan. So I think Taiwan can approach me so that I can arrange here. But this is the input that you guys give before you guys joining RPM. Yeah, before joining RPM, you guys have the registrations and you give some input here, right? Yeah, so you can check the timeline here, and also some of you asking for timeline for RFS. Yeah, so if you already have MCVP, try to tell them to join RFS to receive more operational directions and capacity building. So this is the timeline of conference. We will have RFS here. We'll have IC from 19 to 24, and then we'll have PAI elections. And after 17th of July, our team will have the replannings. Yeah, our replannings. So this is the entire things. As you can see, the blue one will be the entity that asking for external chair. Yeah, external chair. For the green one will be the entities that's having RO chair. And for the red one is the entities that handling by MCP currents or MCP elects. Cool. And those things we having from like we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 entities that asking for our chair. Yeah. So I have some recommendations here. First will be for India and for Hong Kong, like some entities that you try to manage the planning by yourself, by your MCP, by MCP elects. Try to have the chair, rather alumni, MCP currents, like your predecessor, external chair or our chair, but please have the chair, because you cannot really handle by your own. Like right now you think you can handle, but you need to participate in the discussion as the participant as well. So try to have the chair so that we have the external view to keep track the times, or like seeing where you're losing, or giving some guidance. Yeah, if you guys get lost something. Yeah, because last year when I do the plannings, my MCP also thought that we can handle by us, but then after that, when the MCP got lost in the discussions, that no one can save the MCP if the MCP also be the role of the chair. Yeah, nice. The second one is define your specific dates to get the right support from our teams. And for example, right, some entities still have a very wide timeline. For example, MOC, you have hybrid, but you put the entire June. So we cannot know like which timeline you focus on. Like for example, the week before IC, or the week after IC, or week 1 of June. Like we don't know where to support you guys. Same with other entities like Malaysia, Mongolia, Philippines, Sajana here, right? South Korea. Yeah, so that's why I was like approach you guys asking for the specific dates, but try to have the specific dates or tentatively from your MCVP team, so that we can have a proper support for you guys. And we have our planning, our replannings from 18 to 22. So try to finish the planning if you can before 17th of July. So we can take the input directly from our teams, from your planning to our own replannings, so that we can support you guys better. Yeah, but if you guys really cannot, then try to finish it before July. Before August. Yeah, in July latest. Cool. But we cannot really promise for the capacity of like supporting you guys for sharing. Yeah, and the last one will be know exactly where you want the feedback to utilize your coach better, because this is from the experience of the coach with your predecessor. For example, if you just submit everything and you just don't really know where to like asking for more for the questions, the coach will just give you like a very wide range feedback. Yeah, but if you want specific something somewhere, then you know exactly and you can approach to ask for deeper things. Cool. So this is some of the announcement about sharing support. And in here, yay. So let's welcome to coach allocation. Okay, so for like this is for the same when we coach for your predecessor. So it's gonna be the same. Tony will handle MOC, Malaysia, Vietnam. Mary will handle Australia, Cambodia, Indonesia, Mongolia, Myanmar, New Zealand, Philippines, Singapore, and Thailand. And for me, I handle Bangladesh, Hong Kong, India, Japan, South Korea, Nepal, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, and Taiwan. So here, right, we have the chair and coach alignments. If you have the external chair, then try to align. That's one, like align the external chair or alumni chair or handle by your own, but try to align and make sure to have the alignment with coach. You can arrange the meeting for chair and the coach or something like that, so that the coach can also support you better. Yeah, and then for planning consultant, after you have the planning output, right, you can book the respective coach to talk directly for the consultancy. You can can submit some of the documents, or we can also after that we will just send you the submission folder or framework, but it will be announced later. Yeah, but I think it's better if we can have the direct talk with each other rather than just like submit the document and then comments or writing somewhere. I think it's not very effective. Cool. Yep, and that's it. I think right now can open for some like Q&A. If you have any concern, we can open for Q&A. If not, we can have like feed forward and then we can close the section now. Amazing. Cool. Any questions? If you are not having any questions, you can give me a wave or a view if you want. Which is presented very clearly. Amazing. 谢谢 Isabella. View. Okay, nice. So I think that's all, and we can have the feed forward for today. You can go to the sheet and then check the feed forward tab, and then you can give some feedback. I will send you here also the link. You can stop.